Good morning. We're in Taiwan, and specifically the capital, Taipei. And just behind us is Taipei 101, the World Trade Center here in Taipei, and what used to be the tallest building in the world. It's not even fitting in the frame, it's that big.
It's our first full day here in Taipei and we're just going to have a walk around. Going to give you our first impressions on the place as first timers in Taiwan. And there's going to be a lot of food today as well, some traditional Taiwanese dishes, so very excited.
We're going to be travelling around Taiwan for the next 2 weeks, starting here in Taipei, so let's get started, let's go and check it out. We're going to go and try and find a restaurant called Din Tai Fung, which is a really popular place to get soup dumplings here, which are one of the famous dishes in Taiwan, and we've been looking forward to trying these for a while. This restaurant has a Michelin star apparently, but it's apparently quite cheap as well. From what I've read online, you can expect to wait a long time for these. There's always a queue, so hopefully it's not going to be too bad.
We're really looking forward to trying them. We read about these a long time ago. So, yeah. So
it looks like this restaurant is actually in the 101 building, but I've just been looking on Google Maps, there's also a McDonald's next to it, so tough choice. No, but seriously, we really want to try McDonald's in Taiwan.
Also, quick observation, it's just not as cold in Taipei as we thought it'd be. And it's also a lot quieter than I thought it'd be as well.
Yeah, same actually.
Considering it's the capital.
Yeah.
But I think this area we're in now is more of like a businessy district and maybe people are just in work.
We also really like the hostel that we're staying at here. It's in the Dongmen area and it's called Dongmen 3 Hostel. It's not in this area we're in now, we have to get a quick metro. It's really nice. It's a double bunk room, so it's like a double pod. A pod with a double bed in basically. But they've used the space really well. There's like lots of storage space. It's small but
it's really clean. It's very quiet and it's got a really modern feel too. It's about £29 a night, so for 2 people in central Taipei, that's really not bad.
And I think we need to go in here.
It's not too busy in here, which is good. I can't imagine we're going to be waiting an hour for these dumplings. But wow, this is set up almost like Terminal 21 in Bangkok, where it's just a bunch of stalls and the names are at the top and everything they have to offer is listed on the menus above. Except this is a lot quieter, a little bit smaller. Anyway, let's find these dumplings. Okay, so it is going to be a 30-minute to 50-minute wait, which is fine. And then we get to go and sit inside. We've just been given a ticket with our queue number. The waitress there was just telling us we can order online, so I think that's going to speed the process up. So look at how big this place is. It goes all the way back.
Okay, we're finally in. Hopefully it's going to be worth the wait. I think we've waited about 45 minutes in total, but the wait as of now is 65 minutes, so it's even longer now. We ordered online as we were waiting. They gave us a QR code to place your order online, so the order's been sent, and now we're just waiting for the food. And we've just seen they have like automatic hoovers, like the robot one. We've just realised it's not a hoover, it's a waitress, a robot waitress. Crazy. Never seen one of them before, like genuinely.
Also, what's really cool is the table we're sat at now. If you just look across, you can see all the chefs making the dumplings just through the window.
Looks like they're working really hard. These are notoriously hard to make. They're actually called Xiao Long Bao, that's the proper term for them. And Bao means bun, and xiao long is what they're cooked in. They're steamed in these bamboo baskets. Yeah, really looking forward to this.
Alright, so the dumplings have arrived. They look amazing. We just had to Google how to eat them. We've seen people eat them before, but when it comes to it, you always want to check, don't you? So you pick them up, place them on the spoon, and wow, they're so sticky. So obviously they're called soup dumplings because there's a lot of soup inside. So there's pork in there, a lot of seasoning, and it's got a soup at the bottom. The aim is to just bite the side, drink the soup, and then eat the rest of the dumpling. So let's give it a go without being too messy. Oh my goodness. Wow. But look, you can see you've got the pork inside. Look at that soup underneath.
Oh wow. That is so good. The pork is so flavourful, very tender. That broth inside there is just wow.
This is a condiment you can dip the dumpling into to give it a little bit more flavour, not that it needs it. And I think it's soy, vinegar, and this smells quite citrusy. It could be ginger then. Ooh, yeah. That vinegar takes it up a notch, makes it really salty. The flavours are absolutely insane. The texture's kind of tricky to get used to though, because the dumplings themselves keep sticking to the chopsticks. They also stick to your lips, so when you're drinking the soup out of them, you kind of end up making a mess, but that's part of the fun of it. This is 10 out of 10 for me.
Right, that was absolutely delicious. Now that we're filled up on soup dumplings, we're gonna get the metro into a more central area and have a walk around Taipei and see some of the main sights. So we're kind of in the city centre right now, I guess. So far, really liking it. A really modern city, very clean. People are extremely polite. That's one thing you notice straight away. Queues are on point in Taiwan.
Yeah.
People even queue to cross the road. And as Brits, we really appreciate the queuing etiquette.
Yeah. There's definitely a language barrier here, but
yeah.
For example in 7-Eleven when we were ordering like coffees and stuff, they do their best to communicate with you, even if it's just pointing or holding up the size of the cups. So yeah,
we appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because yeah, the main language here is Chinese Mandarin. We've learned, well, obviously hello is ni hao. We've learned that thank you is xie xie. Those two phrases are going to get us through a lot of situations, so yeah, we'll try and learn a bit more.
Oh gosh, we're at our first stop.
Oh yeah?
Wow.
So,
how cool is that?
This is quite a famous arch. I think it's called the Liberty Arch. I don't think there's a charge to get in here. I can't see any ticket booths or anything. Wow.
Oh gosh.
The hall is massive.
Yeah.
It looks like there's some nice gardens around here as well. And people are just having a walk through the gardens. So, as usual, probably going to butcher the name, but this is the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. And Chiang Kai-shek is a former president of the Republic of China. So, this is a memorial to him.
So we've just walked up to the huge set of stairs onto like this next level here. We've come round to the front. It's got this ginormous wooden door and it's all intricately designed. I was just saying to Jamie how nice this place is. It's such a relaxing place to come and just people watch. There's loads of families sat around playing, kids running around. It's a nice vibe. I didn't expect it to be this big based off of Google Images.
Same.
On either side of the gate in front of us, there's just these huge temples with bright red pillars and orange tiling on the roofs. So striking, aren't they?
Yeah. I've not done like tons of research on Taipei. But
no, we have. We've done tons of food research.
Yeah, we've done a lot of food research. Not a lot of sightseeing research. But we quickly favorited a few things on Google Maps and they were all within kind of walking distance, so this is our favourite way to see a city, is just to walk around and stumble across things. So I've just had a look on Google and we've been thinking these were temples, like, oh look how cool these temples are. Turns out that's a concert hall and that's the National Theatre. They've clearly been designed like temples.
Yeah.
It's quite cool. It's a unique way to design theatre in a concert hall. There's so many people up here just learning to dance and practicing dance routines. I love the bravery of it. Yeah, we've seen like 50-year-old women making TikToks. It's so funny.
I love it, it's a good energy here. I feel like no one really takes themselves that seriously, they're just having fun, aren't they?
Yeah. This gate that we're about to walk through is the Liberty Arch, and it's a famous historical gate here. And I've just read that it's illuminated at night, so I think we're going to try and walk back this way later and see it at night.
Yeah.
I love the blue on the gate. You don't see many landmarks painted blue. Do you?
Yeah, that's true. No, you don't. We're now walking about 30 minutes further into the centre and it's going to take us into the Ximending area. It's meant to be like the Harajuku of Taipei, so I'm quite excited to see it, and a fair few of the things we want to see today are actually in that area. So yeah, I'm going to walk there now.
Kind of understand why it's got the Harajuku of Taipei name. Tall buildings with the advertising boards, the busy crossings. Yeah, it does have a similar vibe. This is definitely the busiest part of Taipei we've seen so far.
Yeah.
But this Ximending area is very cool. So much going on. Lots of food places, which is good because we're getting hungry. Lots of markets.
This is probably the place to be, isn't it, if you're shopping and eating?
Yeah.
And it's so busy. I can imagine it's just going to get busier.
We haven't mentioned it yet, but Taiwan is the home of bubble tea, so gotta get one.
And if you know Jamie, you know he loves bubble tea anyway.
It's delicious.
Feeling pretty hungry now, so we're headed to a place that was recommended in a blog that we read about Taipei food. The dish is beef noodles, so we're gonna go and try it because this lady said it's the best beef noodle she's had in the city, so high hopes for this.
Yeah. Okay, we just finished at the beef noodle place and we'll put the name on the screen because it was insanely good.
It was ridiculously good, like one of the best meals we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
So the broth was delicious. It was, I can compare it to like a beef pho, just with a slightly richer taste. But then the noodles were like thick udon noodles.
Yeah.
It definitely had a soy taste as well.
The beef. We need to talk about the beef. No, the beef was, honestly, I think maybe the most tender beef I've had in my life.
Yeah, stewed.
It was just, you could break it up with the chopsticks. It was that tender. It was so delicious.
Also, because that was a really local restaurant, just a little bit outside of the main area, we just had loads of really nice, wholesome interactions in that restaurant. The waitress didn't speak a word of English, but was like communicating with us, giving us a thumbs up. She was like writing with her finger on the table how much the dish was, so we knew what to pay.
And then there was like an old couple sat next to us, and there was loads of like condiments on the table. We didn't know what they were. The guy spoke a little bit of English, so he was trying his best to tell us what everything was. Yeah, telling us like whether you should put it straight into the broth or have it on the side. A couple of young people, like students, sat opposite us. They would just started talking to us, just asking us where we were from, why we were in Taipei, and then he was giving us loads of food recommendations. So our first proper day in Taipei has been great.
It's been
really,
amazing. I loved it.
really loved it. First impressions of Taiwan, absolutely love it. Can't wait to explore more of this country. Tomorrow we're going to be checking out a night market here, and night markets are a huge thing in Taiwan, and there's so many night markets in Taipei, so we're going to pick one. No idea how we're going to pick one.
It's going to be a lot of food.
Yeah, and we're just going to go and try as many things as we can at the night market.
Yeah.
So we'll see you then.